This is the way his brothers.
If you are a Big Booty Latina, please call now to 1-800-VOLO. In other news, this is the Weigh In Show. This is also the ugliest show with the hottest takes. And that's why you're just listening to it and not seeing it. Because, oh boy, if you're looking for something that's going to make sure that you don't make babies, it's the two of us. I'm one of them. I'm Chris. And he's the other one. He's Brady. Brady, how the hell you doing, bro?
We're both superheroes, man. I am doing fantastic, Chris. I am worn out.
You know why are you worn out?
Because I've been recording military lawyers and conspiracy theorists and a whole bunch of other wacky and meaningful people, way more meaningful than us, all day for my work.
Bro, speaking of meaningful and wacky people, you know what I heard? What I heard through the grapevine? Heard it through the grapevine. I heard Sam Hyde, your favorite man, Sam Hyde and mine, new season 5 of your favorite show, Brady.
What?
Fish Tank Live.
Yo, Bert for president.
Fish Tank Live. Fish Tank Live season 5 coming out hot.
That leads to my next question for you. Would Bert make a better president than what the U.S. has right now?
No. No, because I don't think that any work would get done whatsoever in the entire United States of America if everybody knew that Bert fucking existed, man.
Imagine what that list would look like if it was called the Bert list.
Bro, I'm surprised that they have not yet made college courses studying Bert and Fish Tank.
Yeah. Okay, so that was what, Fish Tank, I guess 3.5, right, with Bert around. They did season 4. That didn't really work out too well, but season 5, there's no way they haven't set themselves up for failure again, and I can't wait to watch it live.
Season 5 is alive, and I'm all here for it. Now, speaking of alive, I don't know if you heard this. This is the Weigh In Brothers. Thank you so much for everybody listening and sticking with us. And we talk MMA. We talk mixed martial arts, and we talk combat sports. And one of the things that we have to talk about, not even the topic that we were going to talk about today, but it just kind of came up because sometimes when you're sitting in the park at a bench.
Sometimes when you're sitting alone. Okay, sorry.
And you're sitting in this bench, and all of a sudden a flock of seagulls goes flying by.
And I run.
Yeah, not those guys that we're about to talk. Somebody else used that word. But sometimes when you're sitting on this bench, sometimes shit falls in your lap, Brady. Mm-hmm. And this is one of those times where we had a day where shit just kind of fell in everybody's lap via the wonderfulness that is Sean Strickland setting up for his fight this weekend. I don't know. Did you hear this shit, dude?
Well, I know. And here's the funny thing.
Beautiful.
While we were prepping for this, I heard maybe 15 seconds of a presser, right? And I was going to make some timestamps of when crazy things were said and play them on the show. But like I said, I only got 15 seconds in to a couple different places on this 20-minute presser, and everything he says is insane. And if you don't believe me, I'm just going to randomly pick a time and do this.
Gina, whoever thought about that, man? Are they going to be half naked? I guess I will be half naked. Might be make it a little better. I don't know, dude. Well, let's be honest. Ronda Rousey can fight. That bitch can fight. She's Olympian. We're fucking Olympian. I mean, I think she lost a few fights to her ex, but
Jesus.
bitch could fight. Gina always sucked. I like Gina. She's like super conservative. She was hot. You know, I was like a kid when she fought. I may have jerked off to her once or twice back in the day, but I mean, I was like Strikeforce days, right? How long ago was that? I was like a kid, dude. I was like, what, like 12?
Wow. Oh boy, Sean. Oh boy. You know what it sounds like though? Yeah, and this is the sad part about it. It sounds like Sean's trying to he's trying to work some material in an empty room.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like he's like,
This is
oh,
stuff
hey.
he's been thinking about while he's driving, while he's
100%.
training.
He's like, I've got the lines. I am going to Rodney Dangerfield the shit out of this presser.
Yeah, because it used to do that, right? He would just say things that he didn't overthink, and people would laugh their ass off because it was new, it was absurd, and it just, the awkwardness of it just made people like, what the fuck is going on? But that train is kind of coming to an end here, right? They expect to have crazy shit out of him, and now that he's pre-planning it, it's not organic anymore, and it's coming off as kind of cringy.
Well, and also, I mean, it doesn't help if the person asking the questions is a girl.
Well,
Is
and
a female asking the question, and he's like, jerk off to that.
And it doesn't matter if she's a woman or not,
but it just comes across
journalist.
way worse.
No, I mean, to the point, like, you're right with what you're saying. I'm saying to the point that I was just about to make was, it doesn't matter if she's a girl or not. This journalist is horrible. So if you add in the horrible journalistic background and the questions that are being asked of Sean here and the way they're being asked, mixed with Sean's awkwardness of answering a woman with these kind of ridiculous ways to answer them, yeah, it just makes for a party that no one's really feeling good at. And if you don't believe me, listen to this.
That being said, you know, trans is too far though. If you wanna cut your dick off and call yourself fucking Susie, and yeah, I don't fuck with that. You know, if you're gay, dude, whatever, dude, go be fucking gay. Keep that shit in your house. Keep it personal.
Jesus.
The trans shit. No, I think we all agree trans is bad, right? Everybody here. Show of hands. Everybody raise their hands.
You know, okay.
Bad segue, but I saw some pictures of you training with a little boy.
Oh!
That's
What the fuck, Sean?
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Oh my God.
Oh, Uncle Sean. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Good on her for saving her journalistic credibility by counterbalancing that ridiculous statement that he was, now whether there's truth to it or not, that's not up for me to judge, but to counterbalance that statement of bigotry with, I heard you were training with a little boy.
Wow. You know what that tells me? You know what? You know what I think maybe it is? Maybe Sean's been fooled. And he didn't enjoy it.
He didn't enjoy what, training with the little boy?
Well, he probably enjoyed that. No, maybe he got fooled. Maybe he got fooled by somebody who was transitioning at one point in their, in his life.
Yeah, probably.
He got fooled, is what I'm thinking. And he got scared and didn't finish. That's where it went wrong. If he would have just stuck around and finished, it probably would have been, he would have been okay with all of this stuff, right? So really what that tells me is maybe Sean just has a lot of pent up frustration still that he needs to get out. Well, he hasn't met the right lady boy yet.
There was something mentioned in those two quotes that I just played for you, and one of them is Gina Carano versus Ronda Rousey. What the what?
Yeah, why is that happening?
No, what do you mean? Explain.
Well, okay, so listen to this one, Brady. Not only is that happening, where Gina Carano is fighting after 15 years or whatever, is fighting Ronda Rousey, guess who's putting it on? Not Dana, No. No, not even, not one, not even like Strikeforce old, not even the guy who used to own Affliction. No, this one is being put on by your good friend, Jake Paul.
Oh, old swollen tongue.
MVP is putting on this card for Netflix, no doubt. Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey fighting on Netflix on the main. But here's my question for you: what's the undercard going to be on this thing?
It doesn't
What kind
matter.
of MMA undercard do you put on this thing?
It doesn't even matter.
Doesn't it?
No, he's going to take a bunch of half rejects from the old Bellator days and Strikeforce and Elite XC days. You're going to see Seth Petrozelli roll up there, right? Like he's just going to take a couple random names that people have heard before in the past 25 years, stack them on that card, give them some half-ass paydays, and say these were the elite athletes and these are some of the best MMA fighters of all time, and now they're over here. I can already see what's being painted on the wall underneath that.
Maybe you can get Rampage Jackson to fight on it.
This is the
he
stuff
does both. He does both things now, right? He's a streamer now, right?
Yeah, this is the stuff that they're going to do. But like, I could even see them going as an extreme as trying to get Fedor. Now,
yeah, well, maybe because he's available.
this is what I'm saying, and it's nothing to put Fedor in there with another guy that's in his late 40s and sell it as the best of all time versus Jabroni Joe. It adds to it because you got to think that booking Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano in a fight against each other is something from 2008.
Maybe.
2009. So they're going to go back to that whole generation. This is the problem with people that aren't actually like long-term MMA fans. They believe that Cain Velasquez could fight John Jones at the White House.
Hold on a second. What? We haven't got there yet.
Well, that was my segue to
That is
open up both
okay.
topics at the same time.
Yeah, because I have a story about that we're going to get to in a second. So hold tight, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. You heard him correctly. Hold tight on that one. But
I tried.
let's talk
ladies
about
and
this.
gentlemen.
Let's talk about this for a second, because also you're talking about people that are available, right?
Yeah.
Well, okay, your two favorite brothers are available to fight on this Jake Paul MVP MMA card.
Keenan and Damon are going to fight?
Your other two favorite MMA fighting white brothers from Stockton. Yeah. Yeah. The Diaz brothers are available to fight too, right?
Well, one's sober now.
So I'm interested to see what they put on this, because they're going to have to put something more than this, because you can't put all of your eggs into one basket like this and just rely on the fact that these two girls are going to be able to make it to fight night. What if something
I don't
happens?
think you see Gina Carano making it to fight night. I assume that Ronda's probably still in shape. She, spent time in and out of the pro wrestling ring, which she has to be in a different type of shape than MMA shape, but she's still in shape. She's got a farm. She's probably got 6 piglets of her own at home that she's raising. And
Just Travis,
exactly. Like Sean said, maybe
just trying to raise him.
That's
And I think she's got a couple of. They got at least one, maybe two. I think Bambinos running around there that they're chasing around. So she's busy. She's in shape. You know what I mean? She never was not in shape. But I believe that Gina could definitely get into shape to do this fight. But this is in no way, shape, or form in any way. What weight class? 147.
There's no way Gina makes that. Have you seen her on the Mandalorian set?
Yeah,
buddy? She's like 227.
Yeah.
She looks like fucking Arnie and Terminator.
Not.
Like she should be sent back to fucking 1984 to save Sarah Connor.
Oh, she's only like 5'5".
Yeah, well, exactly. And 242 is a big.
No, she's not.
She's 276, dude. I seen her on the PBD podcast a year ago. I was like, is that Roseanne?
You're thinking of Gina the Hutt.
I apologize. I'm not trying to be an asshole like Sean Strickland. No, Gina just seems to be that. I think she had mentioned that she was taking medication that kind of just blew her up or something. There was some reason why she gained the weight. It wasn't like excessive eating or anything. And it seems to be even when she was bigger, she still was in really good shape. Like she's jacked.
But she's got a reason now to get into fight shape, right?
She'll never be back
fight on Netflix, bro.
Yeah, I know, but there's no world where with even if Ozempic was in the picture, that she's going to get down to a healthy fighting weight. She hasn't fought since the mid 2000s.
Oh, well, okay, all right.
She got beat once and said, "I'm out of here."
So then you think it's just a setup then just for Ronda to
It's a
for
fucking
Ronda
payday.
to what? Yeah.
This is
Or is this a Jake doing a fuck you to Dana?
Tyson? No, this is a Jake versus Tyson extravaganza again, but in an MMA form. This is going to look like Josh Barnett's the booker.
Well, he has that thing. He does blood sport.
This is what I'm saying. It's going to look more like that than it is actually going to be a real fight, because there's no world where Gina Carano lasts longer than a minute and 30 seconds with Ronda back in the day or even today.
So what you're saying is that this whole thing is just a setup, and Gina's actually not going to make it to fight time, and you're going to get a switcheroo with Natty
Cyborg?
Neidhart. Oh.
No, Cyborg.
Well,
That'd be
listen,
backup.
she's already been saying, like, you know what the fuck, you ran and hid, so many years ago, and now you're fighting Gina.
This is what I'm saying. I think Cyborg would be the backup if something happens to Gina, or she can't make it to the fight, or because that's the real fight, right? Like Gina, I get it. The two innovators of women's MMA, and if it wasn't for those girls, there would be no women's MMA on a main stage, and that is 100% true. But this isn't pro wrestling. We never got Stone Cold versus Hulk Hogan even in pro wrestling, so we're not going to get it here.
Oh.
What? I wish I had one of those on the soundboard, but the only thing I have that's technically close to that is it's as close as you get.
Well, there you go. Listen, here's the thing that we said as soon as we saw this is, why is this happening?
Yeah.
Why is this fight happening in the first place, right? So, I mean, obviously for money, it's doing that. But then there was other news, and you kind of alluded to it a little bit earlier, about could this happen? And we do have a card coming up, and all things could line up just perfectly, that we live in a world, Brady. We live in a world where you could see John Jones fight at the White House, and you could see his opponent being Cain Velasquez. Yeah, I said it. Cain Velasquez versus John Jones at the White House. I already told you we're the ugliest show with the hottest takes.
Well, and I didn't mean to completely blow your spot, but if anybody's actually listening to this or watching this on YouTube or wherever you're getting it right now, they've seen the picture, right? So I figured the spot was already blown.
Sure.
But the reason why I tried to combine it with the talk of the MVP is because me personally, I think you're going to see Cain Velasquez on the undercard of MVP more, or like before you would ever see him fighting anyone at the White House.
Wow. Here's why I think that you're wrong on that. And I think it has to do with law. Not the law. That's, where we find this.
That's us.
No.
Yeah.
I think it has to do with the fact that, so think about this. Cain Velasquez, if you think about like fighters that have been convicted of crimes and still been able to get a fight license, John Jones is probably the top of the list. I mean, Lee Murray, he's kind of still incarcerated, whatever. But
boys.
But I'd say for the things that, for the severity of the crime, John Jones.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Until now.
Rampage had that chase, but yeah, there's a couple of them here and there. But John seems to have the worst rap sheet.
So up till now, now Cain Velasquez, this would obviously be the most severe in criminal, charges, right? And him to try to get a license. Okay, follow with me here. So the Nevada State Athletics Commission, that's going to be a tough fucking ask for the Nevada Athletics Commission to fucking give this guy a license to fight on this fight. But where you don't need a license to fight? On the sacred grounds of the White House. I've looked this up. You do not need because it would not be that kind of event. This is literally them putting on fist fights in the front yard. And Cain Velasquez does not need to be licensed to fight on a UFC card on the White House lawn.
And either does Connor. And that's
None of them
why-
do.
Yeah.
None of them. Nobody has to be a licensed fighter. So then you start to ask yourself, okay, well then what's the, what do we know about what the card could possibly be? And you've heard that, you're already going to have, kind of got spilled that you were going to have like, what was it? Ilya Tapuria and Justin Gaethje,
Yeah, Connor and Jorge.
right? Well, I don't think you're going to have Connor and Jorge, but what about this one? What about, who does Colby Covington fight? That's Mr. America right there, right?
Um,
Bo
I
Nickel.
think, yeah, that'd be a good one. That's a good one. That's an all.
What about this one?
Fight.
What about this one? Islam Makhachev, Ian Gary.
I don't think that would happen on the White House.
Yeah, what about this one? Sean O'Malley, Peter Yan.
Yeah.
Rematch.
I could see that. Both guys are healthy.
I think you have Max Holloway fight. I think Connor. I just don't know who you would have Connor fight unless it's Patty.
They're going to sacrifice Derek Lewis in the prelims.
But I think that you could see a day where you have Cain Velasquez fight. Remember, he's only been incarcerated for 11 months,
Be interesting.
like a
to see-
year. It's the equivalency of getting a suspension. His last fight was, 2019, and he just got both of his knees replaced apparently while in prison. You're welcome. You're welcome, Cain. Glad I could pay for that.
How do you, okay, so like, what's the entrance music when both those guys come out, right? Is it just, this is, it's time, right? And it's both.
I fought the law and I won.
Yeah, and then the other one, bad boys, what you gonna do? Like, it's just, come on, you can't.
What happens if Trump gives them a pardon?
Hey, what happens if can you do this if you're in a war with like 4 other countries? Can you actually put that card on? Is that something they can even do? Because it feels like they have bigger plans than just a fight night in the front lawn.
Well, maybe they're going to postpone the war for this.
They might. It'd be
That's the House and the Senate right there, hearing what I said. What way postponing shit?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I still agree with me and you from the past couple months. Every time we were sat down and recorded one of these, I don't want to see a UFC at the White House, and it has nothing to do with politics. It's that it has to do with something with politics, and I don't think
here's
this
the other
needs to be
part
mixed with it.
Here's the other part of it. What about the security aspect of it?
It'd be I don't get it.
Where are these
I don't
guys
get it.
getting changed? In the Oval Office?
Yeah, I don't get it, and I just don't understand.
Are you gonna literally have Alaziz Abeli, whatever,
Yeah, terrorist. Yeah,
You're gonna have him running around the White House?
yeah, I know.
Is Hezbollah gonna be invited?
Yeah, exactly.
Not
Oh,
Hezbollah.
Hezbollah in the White
Not
House.
Hezbollah.
Oh, sorry. Well, that's already there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they already have an embassy in the middle of the White House, it sounds like. Well, enough about the politics and enough about all of that. Did you hear the other thing on the side of combat sports that happened today is Frock wants to fight Fury on the undercard.
Well, John Fury.
Yeah, and John accepted, and so did Frock. So now it looks like the lawyers are working it out.
I'm telling, like we said over on the Bees of Boxing, the
That's what I
show,
was
the Bees of
alluding
Boxing
to.
with Steve
Check it
Swift. Yeah, you can go check out that one. We talked about John Fury losing his marbles. We play the clip in there. We play the footage and stuff like that. You can go check all of that out over on the YouTube channel or listen to it all on any of your podcast providers, because John Fury is a certifiable nut, and I love everything about that man. Because he is gold, ladies and gentlemen. That is gold.
Oh, no.
So Carl Froch wants to fight John Fury. John Fury wants to fight Carl Froch. I'm here for it. Make it happen. It's going to be more exciting than watching his son fight. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, because that fight's already just it's going to be 12 rounds of just hanging on someone.
Well, this is why this is happening. This is why we talk about it. And even more, wait till you get to hear what we're going to talk about this week, Brady.
No, I'm stoked.
Oh boy, because I don't know if you know this or not. Mike Tyson's got a fight coming up. Yep, he's fighting Floyd Mayweather in the Congo. I'm not even kidding when I say that to you. You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather in Congo in a boxing fight. Exhibition, of course.
I just muted my mic, and it took everything in me to actually turn it back on and continue doing the show after hearing that.
The funny thing is they probably both weigh the same.
Yeah, Mayweather's been looking like he's been hitting the.
And the other thing is yes, they're going to make this thing happen. The commissions are going to make this thing happen. The U.S. government is going to make this thing happen because every bit of proceeds, all of the payouts, everybody's money, the fighters' money.
Don't say it.
Is all going to the government to pay off their tax debts. Well, Tyson might make a couple of dollars out of this.
Okay, well, that's better than where I thought you were saying the money was going to go. And I was going to be like, they already have a giant ski lodge they're building.
Hey, it's not going to the island, I'll tell you that.
No, it's not. You know why? Because they take all that and they threw that down the hole.
Well, it's not an island anymore. You know that, right? We can't call it Epstein Island anymore.
Yeah, what is it?
Kid Rock.
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah, okay. You almost opened up another can of worms. I almost hijacked the show. We've already been doing it for 30 minutes.
That's why
I for another 30. Should probably get out of here sooner than later. But
well, you know what? We do talk about it. We talk about the Epstein files. We talk about all of that stuff over on this channel as well. You can, go check all of that out as well. Give it a search.
Well, if you're listening to this, do us a favor, help us get it through that algorithm. Give it a like if you got some high points in YouTube and you're listening to it on there. Smash that up to the YouTube algorithm. Do us the favors. We only do this for you. We don't do it for ourselves. You know why? Because we love you guys. Nah, I'm just joking. You guys are all fucking gay.
Well, I mean, we do it for a certain type of people.
When it comes to the children, Wu-Tang is for the children. We teach the children.
Yep.
That's who we do that for. What is this one though?
Well, thank you for listening to The Law Live Audio Wrestling. We are the Wayne Brothers. I am Little Brady Wedham. That is the Notorious TID.
What is?
Run like a fucking bitch, Carl. Run like a fucking bitch. Where the fuck are?
Wow. John.
Jeez.
Still looking for Carl. Still looking for Carl.
I'm so glad we're professionals.
Well, that makes half of us. The lower half